This is the last section of Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. Rule number 12, pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. This final section is entitled Dogs Again, but finally, Cats. Dogs are like people. They are friends and allies of human beings. They are social, hierarchical, and domesticated. They are happy at the bottom of the family pyramid. They pay for the attention they receive with loyalty, admiration, and love. Dogs are great. Cats, however, are their own creatures. They aren't social or hierarchical, except in passing. They are only semi-domesticated. They don't do tricks. They are friendly on their own terms. Dogs have been tamed, but cats have made a decision. They appear willing to interact with people for some strange reason of their own. To me, cats are a manifestation of nature, of being, in an almost pure form. Furthermore, they are a form of being that looks at humans and approves. Cats! I'm trying to read about cats! Come on, guys. That's Moses. There you go. Hey, Moses. She's the good one. The other one, like, bullies her. Okay. I guess Moses will be in this last section about cats. Across the street, okay. When you meet a cat on the street, many things can happen. If I see a cat at a distance, for example, the evil part of my brain wants to startle it with a psst sound from front teeth over bottom lip. This makes a nervous cat puff up on its fur and stand sideways so it looks larger. Maybe I shouldn't laugh at cats, but it's hard to resist. The fact that they can be startled is one of the best things about them, along with the fact that they are instantly disgruntled and embarrassed by their overreaction. But when I have myself under proper control, I've been down, called the cat over so I can pet it. Sometimes it will run away, sometimes it will ignore me completely because it's a cat, but sometimes the cat will come over to me, push its head against my waiting hand, and be pleased about it. Sometimes it will even roll over and arch its back against the dusty concrete, although cats positioned in that manner will often bite and claw even a friendly hand. Across the street in which I live is a cat named Ginger. Ginger is a Siamese, a beautiful cat with very calm and self-possessed. She is low in the big five personality traits of neuroticism, which is an index of anxiety, fear, and emotional pain. Ginger is not at all bothered by dogs. Our dog, Sicko, is her friend. Sometimes when you call her, sometimes of her own accord, Ginger will trot across the street, tail held high with a little kink at the end. Then she will roll on her back in front of Sicko, who wags his tail happily as a consequence. Afterward, if she feels like it, she might come visit you for half a minute. It's a nice break. It's a little extra light on a good day, and a tiny respite on a bad day. If you pay careful attention, even on a bad day, you may be fortunate enough to be confronted with small opportunities of just that sort. Maybe you will see a little girl dancing on the street because she is all dressed up in a ballet costume. Maybe you will have a particularly good cup of coffee at a cafe that cares about their customers. Maybe you can steal 10 or 20 minutes to do some light, ridiculous thing that distracts you or reminds you that you can laugh at the absurdity of existence. I was thinking playing an arcade video game, like an arcade. Personally, I like to watch a Simpsons episode at 1.5 times regular speed. All the laughs, 2/3 the time. Pet a cat when And maybe when you are going for a walk and your head is spinning, a cat will show up if you pay attention to it, and then you will get a reminder for just 15 seconds that the wonder of being might make up for the ineradicable suffering that accompanies it. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. P.S. Soon after I wrote this chapter, Michaela's surgeon told her that her artificial ankle would have to be removed and her ankle fused. Amputation weighted down that road. She had been in pain for 8 years since the replacement surgery, and her mobility remained significantly impaired, although both were much better than before. 4 days later, she happened upon a new physiotherapist. He was a large, powerful, attentive person. He had specialized in ankle treatment in the UK and London. He placed his hands around her ankle and compressed it for 40 seconds while Michaela moved her foot back and forth. A mispositioned bone slid back where it belonged. Her pain disappeared. She never cries in front of a medical personnel, but she burst into tears. Her knees straightened up. Now she can walk long distances in her trapeze around her bare feet. The calf muscle on her damaged leg is growing back. She has much more flexion in the artificial joint. This year she got married and had a baby girl, Elizabeth, named after my wife's departed mother. Things are good for now. Very touching way to end a very great book. Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. And it ends on a very positive note. Appreciate the simple things, like petting a stray cat when it comes to visit you. Something as simple as that. My name is Gregory Brand. I'm a writer. I'm really glad I read this book. I recommend you check it out at your local library just like I did. And if you haven't already, if you enjoyed my reading, click the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Check out my other videos. I wrote a book. It's called Gonzo Education. You can check that out. Check out my joke videos. I made a couple more stations too. And I want to help this channel grow. I know you're aware that there's so much crap on YouTube, and it's rare that somebody actually has talent and is offering a service to provide for people that would otherwise be unable to obtain that service. So once again, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.